Let me tell you this story that's got all the makings of a Hollywood movie. It has romance, deception, heartbreak, and resilience. But this story ain't fiction. This is Black history. Picture this. It's the late 1800s, and a powerful white man named Clarence King, one of the greatest geologists of his time, is living a double life. Why? Because he was madly in love with Ada Copeland, a beautiful, strong Black woman formerly enslaved. In 1888, Clarence started to lead two secret lives, one on each side of the Brooklyn Bridge. In Manhattan, he was this blue-eyed, blonde-haired, toast of the town geologist, a best-selling author, an art collector. But in Brooklyn, he called himself James Todd, a Black Pullman porter and a traveling steelworker. He did it for the love of his wife, a former slave from Georgia, 20 years his junior. She had no idea of his true identity until he sent her a letter from his deathbed confessing it all. Ada King would outlive her husband by 60 years. Clarence King was born January 6, 1842 in Newport, Rhode Island, the son of a wealthy China trader. In 1888, he met and fell in love with Ada Copeland in New York City. She worked as a nursemaid for a wealthy family in Manhattan. Born a slave in 1864, she'd moved north from her home in Georgia to find work. Clarence King made up an elaborate story for Ada. He was West Indian, he said, and he had to travel a lot as a Pullman porter and a steel worker. They married in the home of a friend. Clarence King bought a house in Brooklyn and hired servants to run it. Eventually, they had 5 children. But here's where the heartbreak comes in. On his deathbed, Clarence confessed the truth, that he was not at all a Black man, but a white man living a double life just because he loved her. He passed away shortly after, leaving Ada to grieve not only the man she loved, but the world she thought she had built together. But Ada, man, sis was strong. She fought for years. She battled in court to secure what he promised her, which was $80,000. She outlived him by decades, living to be 103 years old. This story, man, it's complicated. It's messy, but above all, it's human. And it teaches us something about the power of love and sacrifice and the lengths people go to defy the system built on division. And you know this had to be love if this rich white man would pass to be a working class Black man just to be with this woman. So today, this Valentine's Day, let's remember that Black love has always been revolutionary. Black women like Ada have always fought with grace and grit, and even in the face of deception and heartbreak, they rise because that's just what we do. Now, if you've never heard this story, drop a Black fist in the comments and pass it along to somebody who needs to know this Black history and love on Valentine's Day.